welcome. I'm Jessica Rand, brand strategist and founder of the Key Planner. Now, I've got a question for you. When it comes to building your personal brand, do you ever struggle to consistently reach the caliber of clients you'd like to work with? Well, in this free video series, you're going to learn 3 secrets to personal branding that attracts and converts, so you can consistently attract your ideal tribe, gain visibility, and increase your confidence for the one thing you want to be known for. So in other words, you're going to make sure that your personal brand communicates who you are, what you do, and the value you provide to your tribe on a consistent basis. This will allow you to gain visibility, more confidence as you'll be making more sales, and most importantly, you'll be developing a profitable personal brand that aligns to your vision for the ideal life that you would like to create for yourself. Your personal brand is you, and we all have one, regardless of whether we choose to manage and leverage from it or not. Our brand is who we are. So the end goal is to bring personal fulfillment to your everyday life through the impartation of your gifts and talents that you already have, because you deserve to be known for the one thing that you're great at, and you deserve to live a life your heart desires while contributing to creating a positive impact in the world. And this training is designed to help you do that, so you can confidently impart with your gifts and talents to attract your ideal client and gain visibility for what you want to be known for. Before we dive in, I would like to tell you that this is a free training. Therefore, it's just a preview of what you'd experience if you were to join me on the personal branding course called Create the Brand You, which is a live 5-week online training that converts into a self-study brand building masterclass that you can easily consume within 35 days to help you develop and build your personal brand so you can gain visibility and confidence for the one thing you would like to be known for. I'll tell you a little more about the Create the Brand You brand builder masterclass later, but right now, let's get started. We are going to cover the 3 secrets of personal branding. Now, these secrets are a 3-part formula to help develop and build a personal brand that attracts and converts with your ideal tribe. So to make it easy for you to remember, I like to call this formula the 3 P's of personal branding, and here is what they are: purpose, presentation, and promotion. Now, these 3 secrets together will help create the brand that is you, so you can attract and convert with the people you want to serve, aka your ideal tribe. So these areas make up what I like to call your total brand image, because without your brand being seen, positively heard about, and have some form of value exchange, then your brand and your messaging can become diluted and misunderstood, and I do not want that for you, because your gifts and your talents, your brand deserves to be seen, positively heard about, and experienced by the people that you were born to serve, your ideal tribe. Now, starting with the first P, which stands for purpose. First of all, what's the purpose of personal branding? Personal branding is how you make people feel when you leave the room. It's knowing who you are and consistently living from an authentic identity. It's your personal story that emotionally connects in a compelling way that adds meaning to your life and others who encounter you. So here's an acronym I would like you to remember to help you understand the elements that make up your personal brand. And that is SHAPE, which is S stands for seen. That is how you look, how you speak and act, as well as the verbal and vocal cues, such as your body language, written words on digital platforms like email communication, articles, publications, and so forth. H stands for heard. What you say and how you say it through the tone of your voice, as well as how others describe you to others. A is assumed, which is how others perceive you, and this could be from word of mouth communication or online communication, just to name a few. P stands for proven, which is a measure of your successes and failures over a period of time, and they govern everything you do. These experiences establish your foundational traits, such as your beliefs, your behavior, your motivations, ability, attitude, what has been published in the media, and experienced, which brings me to E. Experienced. Now, this can be described as how you make others feel when you leave the room. For example, Are you delivering on your brand promise? Are you doing the things you say you're going to do? Ultimately, the purpose of branding is about meaning. It is other people's perceptions based on what they've seen, what they've heard, what they've assumed, what's been proven and experienced by you and through others. As I said before, it's how you emotionally connect and make people feel. Remember, quite often people will hardly remember what it is that you say or do, but they will never forget how you make them feel. And this, my friend, is the purpose and power of personal branding. So I'd like to touch on some common mistakes that people make, and I've done some myself, when developing your personal brand. Now, the first mistake is due to lack of clarity. Simply put, they don't know what they want, and they're not clear on the results or the outcome that they want to achieve. Lack of clarity does nothing for us except lead us to a life of uncertainty and directionless floating. In a marketing sense, if you're not clear on the outcome, your brand messaging becomes diluted and unclear. You become inconsistent in your brand building activities and will most likely quit or have an endless list of unfinished projects. And I'm sure you know this, to reach any goal in life, you must know where you're headed. Therefore, you need to decide what it is that you want to accomplish in life. Another common mistake people make is they haven't determined their vision for their ideal life they would like to lead. And more specifically, they haven't decided what their day-to-day activities will look like. No vision leads to us to catch a case of SOS syndrome, and no, that does not stand for save our souls in this context. I mean, they have shiny object syndrome, the art of being easily distracted. Now, I'm sure if you're a creative entrepreneur like me, you've been there and are frustrated by continuously chasing external resources because you're unclear of who you are, what you want to accomplish with your life, and you lack focus on what it is that you need to get there. So having vision and purpose are the two elements that you need to clear a case of SOS, and it starts by getting to know you. Who are you? What do you want to achieve? What are your values? What is the cause or belief that inspires your actions? What do you stand for? Once you know what the results you want, then you'd want to develop a vision that connects with your personal life's mission and adds meaning and value to your own life and the life of those you wish to serve. When you're on purpose and you have a vision for your ideal life, meaning you know what you want to do, you know what you want to achieve, and how your gifts, your strengths, your talents can add value to your ideal tribe and your life, your brand messaging becomes clear, and you'll also find that the people, the resources, and the opportunities will naturally gravitate towards you. So the key of purpose is about meaning. It comes from a place of authenticity. To know the key of purpose is for you to have clarity in who you are, what you want, what it is that you stand for in life, and understand that your unique gifts and talents bring service to the world. Every person on this planet has their own unique gifts and talents. Some of us it's obvious, others it's in our blind spot, and it just takes for us to uncover our gifts by gaining feedback from others or simply directly through experimentation. Now let's flip the switch and bring it into the business context. For a company to exist, it needs to determine its core purpose for being in trade. If a company has no meaning, there is no point for the business to exist. As for us, there is a point to our existence. Obviously, this is why we're here. But instead of being caught riding the rat race, if we just take some time to determine a vision for the ideal life that we want to create for ourselves, then put a plan in place as to how we can impart with our gifts, our talents, that adds real value and meaning to our personal lives. When we align these elements of vision and purpose to our personal brand activities, this creates the mana, an internal power within us that helps us get through the obstacles and the challenges. It gives us the resilience and the determination that we need to keep moving forward. Why is this important? Because your life matters, and your personal brand is a journey, and it pivots and moves as you grow and develop as a person. And the best thing is your personal brand is unique to you and no one else. There are many lookalikes, many people with the same name from the same area, people with similar gifts and talents, but there will only ever be one you. Now, let's move on to the second P, which stands for presentation. As you might have guessed, this is your presentational brand, and it is most likely the very first impression others encounter before they decide to continue to listen to your message or tune out and swipe left, meaning you've got 7 seconds to create a memorable first impression, both online and in person. So this is where mastering your presentational brand is a critical element to developing your brand, as this is the perception others form about us, and they are the qualities that people come to know, like, and trust. Your presentational brand is made up of 5 key areas. So let me give you another acronym to help you remember what these areas are and how they affect how you present and sell your ideas and expertise, both within your interpersonal relationships as well as your online presence. And here is what they are: A, B, C, D, and E. And they stand for A, appearance, which is the visual presentation of your brand. This is your personal style, the brand colors, the images, photography, and graphics that you decide to use. B is your behavior, how you make people feel by how you react or respond to events. C is communication, how we communicate both verbally through our tone of voice and non-verbally through our posture, gestures, body language. It is also the written words on our online communication. D is digital footprint, which simply is the information we leave behind as a result of our online activity. So our digital footprint is information that can be shared, searched, and seen by others. E is your executive presence. This is your ability to show leadership qualities. Have you ever been in a situation where you've noticed someone who's just walked in the room and you're like, wow, that person has it? This, my friends, is the gravitas of a charismatic, confident leader. And having great executive presence is the ability to command a room, and it's a learnable trait. So your presentational brand is how you show up, which tells the world how to receive you and how to reward you. So if it isn't done with intention, you could be diluting your brand without you even knowing it, and this is called an opportunity cost, which is when you lose out on an opportunity due to ineffectively selling your expertise and your ideas. An easy example of an opportunity cost is when you're going to a job interview. On paper, you tick all the boxes regarding your experience and skills. Yet after you had the interview, you don't feel you were received well by the other person interviewing. Have you ever been in a situation like that before? Perhaps you're unsure as to why you didn't land that contract or secure that role or successfully pitch your ideas to investors. If you can master Secret 2, presentation, you'll be well on your way to effectively presenting and selling your ideas with absolute confidence. So the first step in assessing your presentational brand is by starting with an audit. Google yourself, see what comes up, remove anything that no longer serves you. In terms of how you look, speak, and act, ask yourself, do you look, speak, and act like the person you want to be? Are you confident in expressing your ideas and expertise? There is a workbook attached below to help guide you through this process. Be sure to download this after the training. Now, let's move on to the third P, which stands for promotion. So many people are afraid to blow their own trumpet, so to speak, due to lack of confidence or low sense of self-worth. Maybe they don't feel that their knowledge and expertise is not of value to somebody else. Well, let me tell you something. You have unique gifts and talents that serve others. So if you're feeling unsure about promoting yourself, you're actually doing the world a disservice. When you're promoting yourself, it doesn't have to come across as self-centered promotion, especially not if you're someone who has a genuine care and concern for others, and you focus on what your customers' fears, frustrations, hopes, and dreams are, and how you can align your gifts and your talents to satisfy these needs and desires. There are 2 common mistakes that people make when promoting their expertise. 1, they don't know who they're speaking to. They put filler out there, hoping that someone just resonates and catches on, which in my opinion is a big mistake and an absolute waste of time, and it doesn't even gain any traction. I believe you need to know exactly who you're talking to, which means you need to connect with the raw emotion of human beings. Branding is about meaning, and personal branding is how you make people feel when you leave the room. You're selling your ideas to humans, people with a heart, thoughts and feelings just like yourself. So I feel many businesses and marketers forget this. I also think this is why celebrity brands do well and go above and beyond what most brands could even dare to dream or do, because they are bringing people in on their journey with them. Think about it. How do you make buying decisions? In most cases, I can guess it is based on emotion and maybe a small percentage on logic and reasoning. So what a personal brand can achieve will always outweigh a faceless brand that lacks personality and emotional connection. Now, the second mistake that people make is that they're generalists and they're not specialists. Unless you have the marketing budget of Nike, not only will you wear yourself out trying to be everything to everybody, but you'll also waste so much time and resources casting your rod in a big sea, so to speak. Thus, once you identify what your gifts, your strengths and talents are, the next step is by determining your ideal tribe and ask yourself, what are their fears, their frustrations, their hopes, their dreams? Then looking at the economic environment to see what are the trends. Where's the marketplace moving? What are the behaviors of my ideal tribe? What can I do to help them achieve their ambitions, their needs, their desires? The more clarity you have around these three areas, which is one, your expertise, your ideal tribe, and the behaviors in the marketplace, is when you can indeed carve out a niche that focuses on your UBP, your unique brand position, the one thing that you want to be known for. That, my friend, is how you create the brand that is you, that increases your visibility, your confidence, and, well, of course, turns your passion into profits. Now, congratulations, you've done it! And we've reached the end of this free training. Now, let's quickly review. The secret to creating the brand you is to master the 3 P's of personal branding, which stands for purpose, presentation, and promotion. And I've made a handy power sheet reminder with all the notes from this training that you can download below and use at any time you want to plan out and execute your personal brand activities. And as I've mentioned, this is a free class, so it's just a preview of my full personal brand program called Create the Brand You Brand Builder Masterclass. And it's a program that I've been delivering as live workshops with credible organisations like Nike, Hilton Hotel, and educational institutions throughout the UK. Now, I've turned to my expertise in an e-learning self-study program that you at home can learn and apply at your own pace to create the brand that is you. So if you're interested, it would be my pleasure to work with you. Once again, it's a 5-week live online training, which is also available as a self-study program that you can take at your own pace. I've included practical tools like a workbook and a digital copy of the Key Planner to help you stay consistent on your personal brand building activities. So if you're seeking to increase your visibility, gain confidence, and build a profitable personal brand, there's a link below to join me. So whether you decide to take your personal brand journey with me or with someone else, please make sure that you do. Do intentionally build your personal brand. Honestly speaking, personal branding not only leads to professional success, but also allows you to create a more fulfilled personal life, and your life matters. A quick note before I leave. If you got value from this free training, please share it with your closest friends, colleagues and clients, anyone who you feel may need a little encouragement in building their ideal life by turning their passion into profits. Thank you very much for joining me here today. And if this program is a right fit for you, I can't wait to see you in the Create the Brand You Brand Builder Masterclass. Arira. Bye for now.